Hey, Solini Caps here for the second time because recording messed up last time. But yeah, forget about that announcement that I was going to do Friday. I was attempting to stream, but my computer just sucks so much that it lags by a good 5 seconds, which is pretty pathetic. So screw that. Sorry guys, I know that would have been really cool, but whatever. Here we are, Gym Leader Giovanni. So I'm gonna lead with Butt. He goes for Scary Face and misses a couple of times, so I'm gonna go for Break. Bleh, bleh, bleh. Okay, I'm better now. He hit Scary Face this time, so now I'm at half my original speed, and I still outspeed him, which is pretty lolsy, I must say. So, excuse me. And he goes for Scary Face. I'm now at 1/4 of my original speed, so that's really slow. And he goes for Hyper Potion. I really don't care because I'm just gonna go spamming the Brick Breaks really, because it's like a 3 or 4 AK or something. So even at 1/4 of my speed, I still outspeed this Rhyhorn, and it is also 8 levels higher than me. So now I'm at 1/6 of my speed, which is the lowest you can possibly get, and you can finally outspeed and use EQ. And I was expecting to die, but I live with 13, which is pretty beast, I must say. And I'm expecting him to go for something stupid, and he does. So I predicted him basically. That was a hardcore predict right there, I must say, and Buttsex is able to live through that exchange. So I'm gonna switch into Green Giant because I know this Rhyhorn is pretty high leveled, yeah, level 50, but it's still pretty weak because one Razor Leaf is gonna be able to take him out because it's like 4 times effective. He's got paper thin special defenses. That's pretty much obvious. Pretty good HP though. Now here comes the Drug Trio. I probably should have kept Green Giant in, but I was afraid that somehow a Razor Leaf would not take out the Stug Tree, even though they're pretty fragile, but I just thought the level difference alone would let it live. So he goes for EQ. Willie's able to take that pretty well, taking about 50 damage or so from that. And I'm able to 1-hit KO easily with the Surf, so far I'm looking pretty good. Now he's going to start at Nidoqueen. I'm really not too afraid of it because I got Green Giant and I pretty much resist everything, even though it looks like it might be in its mental cycle. Because I mean, just look at its face. Looks like it's just nagging to Nidoking or something like, "Why don't we ever talk?" But I don't know. Pokemon's weird. Whatever. He uses a full heal, which is pretty pointless because I outspeed because Green Giant is just one fast mofo somehow. I don't know why, but it seems to be outspeeding things that it just shouldn't outspeed. I mean, I don't know what the base speed of Nidoqueen is, but I don't know. Venusaur is just that much of a hoss. I guess that's what happens when you eat so many vegetables. So this Nidoqueen's asleep. I know Razor Leaf won't be doing too much since it, like, I don't know. Nidoqueen's pretty freaking bulky, so I'm gonna send in Willy. And I know I can either 1-hit KO with Surf or Leech Seed will kill it, and I get a crit here. Absolutely does not matter whatsoever. I'm pretty sure it's probably not gonna, it doesn't matter. Leech Seed would have killed it if Surf didn't kill it, but I'm pretty sure Surf would have killed it. Super effective at around half health. So I'm gonna do the same thing I did to this Nidoking, and man, he looks freaking pissed. I mean, look at him, he's like, whatever. I always thought Nidoqueen looked pretty BA for being like what, Poison Ground, yeah. So Sleep Powder, Leech Seed combo breaker, and since Nidokings are quite a bit more frail than Nidoqueen, even though they do have some pretty good natural bulk, I'm pretty sure Green Giant's gonna be able to solo this thing, because one, I outspeed again somehow, even though Nidoking is pretty decent speed, and of course the level difference, nearly 10, it's like what, 8 or 9 or something like that, I don't know, I can't count. So Leech Seed brings it down to red, and he's going to use another Hyper Potion, but it's really all in vain because I do believe I get a critical hit here. I mean, Razor Leaf doesn't it have a high critical hit ratio? I'm not quite sure, but doesn't matter. I'm going to be able to Razor Leaf again, and it barely lives. You can't even see the HP hardly, and he goes for the EQ, but it honestly does about like 70 damage or something like that. And Leech Seed is able to take it out, so yeah, I pretty much 6-0 Giovanni, which I want to say is quite impressive for the low-level pokes that I use, and I only used like, what, 3 of them, so that's not too shabby. So he's going to give us the Earth Badge, which looks like a like a like a leaf or a freaking feather or something, and he's gonna give us EQ, which is a freaking tight TM. Probably, definitely in the top 5 best technical machines that one can receive. Uh, I like to think of it as to be pretty high up there. Not, I mean, EQ is just such, it's just a very solid move. I mean, it's so good that they have to make an ability just to prevent it. That's just how mighty this EQ is. So I'm going to teach you to Knuckles. That stabbed EQ will be very, very useful in future battles. Maybe increasing its damage over its tanking abilities. Ooh, some technical terms there. Not really tanking and damage. That's high level stuff. Whatever. Here's this dude. He's telling me to blow him or something, but I ain't cheap, boy, so I have none of that. And I'm gonna go get me some of them free healthcare as usual. And now we're gonna have, technically, I would consider this our last rival battle because even though this isn't really a spoiler, but of course Gary's going to become the champion and we fight him again. So I'm just going to consider this our last really rival battle because when you fight him again, it's a champion battle. So alright, here is Gary, but of course for me it is Adolf Hitler himself. And looking at me, looks so cocky. Yeah, piece of crap. Whatever, so he's going to start out with this level 47 Pidgeot, and I'm not feeling too good about this, but at least I have Knuckles here. Pretty decent HP and defense, so I'm just going to Rock Slide away. Super effective. Sadly, it's looking like a 3-hit KO, and he's looking like a 3-hit KO on me. But, like for me, Knuckles is just such a hoss and is able to take this, and that he's actually going to take out this Pidgeot that's 10 levels higher than it and take all of its experience and level up. So that is awesome. So now he sends into his Executor. No, I think it's just an Execute right now. It hasn't leveled up yet, which is pretty surprising. Yeah, just an Execute. I got Bud. It's 2 times effective, I believe. Unless if it's only like pure Bug now, but I'm pretty sure it's Bug Psychic right now. But get a crit. Probably mattered. I don't really know what he would have gone for. Probably something stupid like Sweet Scent or something. I don't know. These guys are pretty dumb. So I'm going to go into Willy on this switch into Alakazam because Willy, special defenses, wall, tank, and it's got Roar Toxic. So he goes for the Calm Mind, and I'm like, oh boy, I know where this is going. This is not good. Not good. So I'm going to go for the Roar. He goes for Disable, and Roar fails. If anyone wants to tell me why that failed, I just don't get that. But whatever. Goes for Psychic, does a heck of a lot. 100 damage, which is actually not too bad for being Alakazam Psychic at +1. I'm able to live that fairly fairly well. Anyway, I roar him out to this Rhyhorn, which is pretty tight because I'm able to 1-hit KO with Surf. Alright, now he's going to sound at this Gyarados, and Gyarados in this gen is really powerful for one reason only, Hyper Beam, which is just like, he will use it upon will, but thankfully I don't believe he has it right now, so really all he can do is set up Rain Dance and go for the Hydro Pump. So I was basically hoping he would go for the Rain Dance so I'll be able to get some HP up on Knuckles, but no, he goes right for the Hydro Pump and takes me out quite easily. And I should have just switched into Willy. That's what I should have done, but instead I decided to overcomplicate things and I go into Green Giant. So he sets up the Rain Dance and I'm like, that's okay. He'll be asleep, nothing to worry about, and I miss. I'm like, oh great, this is not good. I do not like this. So he goes for Hydro Pump. It's stabbed and kind of at +2 since he's, or at +1 because he's got Rain boost going, and I miss Sleep Powder again. I'm like, oh, this is great. So he goes for a Leer. Pretty pointless, I must say, because it'll let me get the Sleep Powder off. So kinda didn't matter, but kinda did. I mean, that extra damage, you know, it's still just, I don't know, it's really more annoying than anything. So really what it did do is force, I really wanted Green Giant to be at full HP, so it made me stay in instead of switching into Willy and maybe getting a Sweet A Water Absorb going for me. That would have been really awesome, but no, nothing that tight. I go for a Razor Leaf. Does an okay amount, and the rain stopped, and this is probably like the greatest thing I ever done in my life. I predict his Charizard switch like a freaking pro. I was just like, oh, it was a mess down there. But that's all ruined from when I'm trying to clean up from a freaking crit off of that slash, which I'm pretty sure I could have lived because I was at 50 HP and that's unstabbed. So I know he's going to go for the flamethrower. I'm just hoping I can live it. I mean, I'm at full HP. I got a buttload. I got a pretty good special defense, but no. Not even close. But of course, I am level, like, what, 36 to his 53? Holy junk. I am so under-leveled, it's not even close to being funny. So, with all this going on, I am royally pissed off. And I don't even feel bad about using revives and like, healing and things. I just, no more. I'm just going to go all in and be as cheap and noobish as I can be because this Charizard is starting to piss me off. So, I'm going to go into Willy. He can't use Flamethrower because it'll be weakened. So, I basically force him to go and use Wing Attack. And it does about half, but a little bit less. So, I know I can take one more and take him out with the Surf. But then he gets another crit. So, basically I have to sacrifice something else because Willy is a really key Pokemon in this team, as I noticed. It really does help quite substantially, which is great defense, roaring capabilities, Surf, Ice Beam, Toxic, just overall great. So I'm gonna go into Willy, and he goes for Wing Attack. Does not get a crit, and I'm able to live that with 12, so you know there would be no possible way he would have been able to kill me. So that crit was so key, but whatever, at least I get like over 2,000 experience. And now he switches into this Gyarados. So I'm not afraid of it, not in the slightest, because one, I'm just going to use up a freaking max potion, I believe, just so I can get healed back up, because I'm still just like, I'm raging. I was about to just reset everything, but I'm like, no, I'm going to play this through. I gotta win this for real. So I kind of lost track of the sleep count. I thought he would wake up this turn and I'd go for the Toxic, but to avail, he's still asleep. So he wakes up, goes for Rain Dance. I'm like, meh, whatever. And I go for Toxic. So at least I have some Toxic damage going for me. I probably would have just done better just going straight for Surf because now it's rain boosted and whatnot. So, but in the end, of course, it really doesn't matter. So, what do I do? I'm just looking through my items, just trying to see, because the thing that I'm really worried about now is that freaking, oh my gosh, why can't I remember the name? Alakazam, because it can get a Calm Mind up and basically sweep me, or it can just go right for the attack if I'm at around half health-ish. So if I don't get out of this exchange at around half health, or he's able to get one up. So I'm looking for basically anything that would help me with this. And I could like pump some X speeds maybe, but I doubt it. So he goes for Hydro Pump. Guess they just don't program him to know my ability that makes it so that's able to basically force him to use Twister, which is like 40 base and unstabbed, so it does absolutely nothing to me, like 9 damage. So here's basically the key play. He's got an Alakazam that has roughly around a 2,000 IQ, and what I need him to do is to be essentially the intelligence of someone who doesn't know what anything is. So he goes for Future Sight, and that's great, because I'm able to get a Twin Needle off, but I don't kill it because I'm like 10 levels under it, and that just really sucks. So he goes for Future Sight again. I'm like, yes, thank you for being so stupid, even though you're really smart. So I'm able to win. So yeah, I'm going to cut it here. Thank you for watching Pokemon Leaf Green 35. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Next episode, we go to Victory Road, and then the Elite Four. And then the world. Mwah, ha, ha, ha. Mwah, ha, ha, ha.